All right, hello. Hello. I am back. Brian, how you doing this morning? How are things? I'm stressed, but it's okay. Yeah, I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. I hope that gets cleared up quickly, bud. You know? The quickly part is the stressful part. That's true. That's true. Yeah, we're dealing with some apartment stuff ourselves. The place that we're looking at, which is nice, and we like and would be very nice, is like, yeah, you have to see it in person. Someone needs to see this in person before we will allow you to put down a security deposit. And we're like, okay, can we do it virtually, you know, like over FaceTime or Skype or something like that? And they're like, we can do a virtual showing, but before you put down a security deposit, we require that you or someone on your behalf see this property in person. And I'm like, I don't understand why this is. You know? Next week is your... Oh, that's true. Yeah. That is coming up. That is coming up. I'm hoping that'll be easy. You know what I mean? But definitely a stress contributor. I can understand that. I can understand that. It's this one. But yeah, it's very. Next week is that. The week after is vacation, and as soon as back from vacation, it's time for the big test. And amongst all that is all the house stuff. You really had a like feast or famine situation going on, you know, where there was nothing and now it's everything. So non-stop stressful thing for 2 months on top of on top of everything happening in the world. I definitely get that. On top of all of the regular shit. Excuse me. I wonder if there's a legal thing with seeing a property before you rent it. You know what I mean? I wonder if there's just like, a thing where it's like, yeah, legally someone needs to see the property. You know? Max 2 cats, no dogs. Well, you listed cats and dogs. Incorrect information photos. Owner claim. Information is only editable by the listing agent. If you can't get in touch with the listing agent, you can report. Well, there's no way for me to report it. That's stupid. Oh, they're just able to lie. Love that. Yeah, there has to be some legal thing. You know, there has to be some legal thing that's like someone physically needs to be in the premises. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just want to rent a fucking house. I just want a place to rent. Like, come on, guys. Come on. You're killing me. All right. All right. Let's get back over here. Let's get Stream Raiders going. bunch of people have been joining the stream raiders lately, so thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. That's fun. I appreciate it. Why is my Otismon asking about my mom? That's... Why? Vampire, hey, tell me about your... Hey, what kind of person is your mom? Of course there's 2 new cases, you sons of bitches. Okay, I'm gonna buy more revives. But... Yo, Core, thank you for the hydration reminder. All right, we have to go to the Tokyo Metropolitan Office. For the final showdown. Fight between the humans and powerful Digimon's already broken out in the area around the Metropolitan Office. Magnamon and Ultra Force Vidramon are preventing the battle from expanding. That's... wow! That's a big digital shift. All right. There's a powerful force field near the top level of the Metropolitan Office. Leopardmon may be there. Did it just not want to load the voice acting for that? Like... Did they just decide they were like, meh? Let's go. Oh, is this the part of the game where we have to fight like regular soldiers with our Digimon? So my asthma's flooded the upper floors. I'd head there to check it out. The elevator's broken down, and monsters have taken up the stairwell. The only way is to take a helicopter and enter through the roof. Oh, hell yeah. Let's get in there like a Metal Gear. Let's go. That would officially be the only way this game could get weirder. Is if then out of nowhere, it's like, yeah, you have to take a helicopter and crash it into the roof of this building. All right, we're progressing. We're progressing in a way that I don't know how I feel about. You know what I mean? I feel like we're... Oh, but we have Yuko's Digimon and Kyoko. Okay. Higher floors of this are good grind spots. You may not need to... Flash wants to do much grinding at this point. Not drastically. Okay. Can't hear because talking to your manager, but work bullshit. No worries, bud. No worries. You do what you gotta do. This is like in Yakuza, where every battle ends up being in the Millennium Tower. You know? Referring to Hercules Kabuterimon, if you're wondering. Nice. Yeah, Hercules Kabuterimon is pretty cool. Blade of the Dragon King? Well, that's a cool move. That's a cool move. I'm into that. Excuse me. Okay, so that's okay. So that's an elevator. That's a different elevator. Okay. This is an impact. Okay. Oh man, it's gonna be one of these. Oh no. Oh no, me who needs to get every treasure. I heard you like the same looking dungeon for 20 floors. The bee comes, the bee returns. The bee's good. Okay, and then this only goes back down. Okay. So, okay. So the only place I can go is here. I mentioned I'm doing vacation coming up. I'm psyched. I'm psyched for you to get some time off. Important thing is I downloaded 10 Game Pass games for the trip. Hell yes. Which Game Pass games did you get, Brian? Which Game Pass games did you download? I'm gonna be poking around in this dungeon for a while, so tell me all about these Game Pass games. Okay, let's double check. There's see, there was a chest down here. They tried to trick me. The big mystery now for these coming soon, will they unlock that day regardless of whether I have internet or not? Oh, I would guess no. I would guess no. Because usually, the way that I think it works, right? Not the way that I know it works because I don't know how it works, but the way that I think it works is like it downloads everything, but like a check bit, you know, where it's just basically like, oh yeah, we have to check that we have this, and then on the day that it unlocks, it goes, yeah, we got it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we go down here. But that's the way I think it works. New ones top to bottom. Bug Snacks, great. Chorus, great. Citizen Sleeper, great. Dicey Dungeons, great. Jurassic World Evolution 2, great. Minecraft Dungeons, sure. Octopath Traveler, great. Pac-Man Museum, great. You're gonna love that. Paradise Killer, great. All 3 Shadowruns, wonderful. Slay the Spire, great. Umurangi Generation, great. And Yakuza 6, still have to finish 5. Incredible. Incredible. Imagine thinking Game Pass like isn't worth the money. Couldn't be me. Big part of that is here's a big smattering of games. Find what you like. Yeah. Listen, you'll love Bug Snacks, right? You'll love Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks is a lock. Dicey Dungeons. I feel like we've talked about you liking Dicey Dungeons. Oh, look, they're dating. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like listen, I like getting that update. I like getting that update to be like, ah, good for you. As I'm, gonna go fight, wild digital boss. Okay, so now I can go to the lobby. I can go back to the lobby if I need to. Okay. Hit or miss on Octopath before. I heard it was before I got to the good stuff where they changed Java and stuff. Ooh. Random question I saw. Yeah, what's up, bud? Okay, so let's let me go to 28, 29. Okay, so we'll keep this in mind. This feels like that part in Final Fantasy VII when you're in the Shinra building. Two revival capsule DXs? Okay, cool, thank you. Cripes. One of your bench Digimon is level 92. Is there a secret back pocket nuclear strength plant? Or do you just need to evolve the internet? It's the Millennium Tower easy? Yeah. At this point, I'm not worrying about evolving anything else because I want to have strong Digimon for like this final bit, so I'm not worrying too much, but numbers go up, but they go hella down first. They go hella down. So like as it stands, the squad is pretty solid. And I've got some backups if I need to like swap types or anything, but that's where I haven't been around to see how the squad develops specifically. Yeah, so from what I've seen, right, and it's hard to like show, but they get an amount of stats every level, right? They get at least one stat point in most of the time in stats per level, right? And usually depending on like if they're mega or ultimate, sometimes they get 2 or 3. But like taking them back to level 1 like will set them back in a lot of things, especially health. Because I think they get like 100 health every level, sometimes 200 health. So for me, it's that thing when you're playing a Pokemon game, right? When you get to the end, like just before the Elite Four, and you're like, oh, cool, like I can finally get a Dratini. And you're like, I'm not gonna spend the time to raise this Dratini. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at Mental Melon. That's, who's this guy? Vikemon? Yo, okay, that guy's pretty cool. Some of your bench ones would level pretty big, sit in the back pocket, but I get it. Yeah, it's also just like, we're right here at the end. You know what I mean? That's really funny. They just kicked him. That's great. Oh, he's like a big mace thing. That's cool. And he's free? He's water free. That's kind of cool. That's interesting. Spikemon's a mega level for those like Gomamon. Oh, okay. It's interesting in this game that like you can't digivolve into stuff you haven't seen, which means to an extent like you gotta play the game. You gotta get out there. You gotta see what's up. And I dig that. I dig that. I think it's a more interesting way to gate some of the Digivolutions than other ways they could do it. Okay, we'll go down. It's the only way to go here. Boom. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, I'm curious about some of the higher level Digivolutions you can get. I don't know if I'll come back and like 100% the Digipedia. I might, just for funsies. Especially because like it's not hard leveling a thing to just like leave it in the farm for 2 days. You know, all things considered, you know, it's a small, easy thing. Okay. You can't do 100% unless you're gonna play the other game. I mean, I'm gonna play the other game. I feel like I'm kind of lost. I feel like I'm kind of lost. I think the trick is also like I really want all the chests. Okay, is this an up or a down? This is a down. Okay, so I'm not gonna go. Oh, I think this is the way I need to. Okay, okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play Hacker's Memory eventually. I like this enough that I want to play Hacker's Memory. You know? I like this enough. Oh man, I bet you I could take more Digimon out of the bank and put them in my pockets. Because, oh, I say that. I had 2 of them. Oh man. 190. My party's at 156 out of 190. I definitely agree with Jalen, where it's like, that's why I'm glad I'm taking a break before playing Hacker's Memory, because I do get what Jalen's saying, where like if you hop right into Hacker's Memory, you're gonna be like, I can't have any Digimon. I wonder how you transfer Digimon, because I know you can transfer them between games. I wonder how that works. I wonder how that works. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder what the restrictions are. I wonder... Can I evolve Waspmon? I don't have any electric. So let's listen, let's bring back Cannon Beamon. Cannon Beamon was alright. Cannon Beamon was good. This nerd, King Edamon. Flame Dramon, yeah, it can't turn into any of these things. Hey, I've never had Garurumon, which is funny. It's very funny to me that I've never had a Garurumon. All of these, and they all require like an amount of ABI, so yeah, I like the idea of like, you know, building up the Digi farm and getting items and training your Digimon. You know, the more active thing where you're, you know, you're trying to balance it against like losing camaraderie that you have to build back up. And oh, hello. You're the Mega Digimon working with Omnimon to aid the humans. Enemy though you may be, I applaud your ability to have defeated Crusadermon. Merely lent my strength to the others. But without your power, Crusadermon would not have been beaten. No, that is not certain. Can one who has lost his just cause still attain victory? If you wish it, I would happily resolve this without violence. That is not possible. We are far beyond that now. Do you think the utter destruction of the real world is a mistaken course of action? Needless to say. Even I may look evil in your eyes. I have but one path to follow. One path to believe in. Come, my comrades, and you humans. Which path is correct? Let a test of strength decide for us. Listen, you want to get an ass whooping like everybody else. Damn. Listen, you can catch a beating like everyone. Ah. Well. He is that, so I need, okay. It's just easy. I wish I had different healers. You know, or if there was a way I could get like a free type healer. I'm gonna try one more time. Because it said resisted. Oh, he got panicked instead. That's interesting. That's interesting. He got panicked instead. Okay, I'm gonna have, well, Grodrickmon, we've got an int up buff, and you're fucking virus, so you should hit him. Yeah. Panic is at least keeping him doing attacks and not fucking wyvern's breaths. So I will take it. Do you know what I mean? Done. Shouts to Grandrickmon. This is good. To martyr myself for my path, an honorable end. I reach the end without wavering in my faith. My life will conclude in annihilation. The way of the night is in death and discovery. Ha ha. Okay. Was his laugh a bit silly to you? It's all down to the will of King Drassel. Both sides determine the course of events now. The Royal Knights and a single program. No matter how powerful you may be, you cannot run from destiny. That was baller. Yeah, another memory up. Memory up DX, and now I'm at 200. That's so much memory. Oh, can I buy the items now? Can I buy them? Can I buy them? Please? No! Where? They're sold. Oh, you have to be, okay, you have to be in chapter 20. What am I looking for? I was looking for the stat boost items because I was like, I'll buy some stat boost items, and I will do the Brian special, which is cheat with money. I'll spend my 250,000 yen on a bunch of melons and meat and you know, whatever, carrots. Another memory up, Jesus. But you don't get those until until chapter 20, which might literally be like post game. You know? Okay, so we have an elevator there. We have an elevator over here, so let's check both of these out. You kind of need it if you want a max team. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just so much, you know? It's just so much. No, in my experience, Sparkle Sylvain is always thinking about flirting. Okay. Let's do this bar one. Oh, now we get to move between 4 floors. It's even worse. Okay, hang on. I feel like each of these elevators goes to a floor where it is just an item. Right? And you just gotta find it. Oh, see, that's a medal. Rosemont burst mode. Oh, I got back attacked. These nerds. All right. Oh, come here. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I feel like this is the trick when you get to the elevators. Another memory up. Holy cow. I feel like they were very stingy with them before, and now they're giving me, they're throwing them all over. It's because you need them in a horrifying way. You know, and I now you just need to bring someone along on the roster just for levels. I grabbed another one, and then I've gotten like 15 more memories since then. I was like, yeah, we'll bring Cannon Beam on just to bring up Cannon Beam on. And like, let's see. I have 168 out of 210. Like, it builds into the healer you want. I'd have to sit down and like research it. I'd have to sit down and research who learns what spells and stuff. Like, it's not. That is the thing that is simultaneously fun and not fun about Digimon. Is you gotta like. You can chart that path. And it can, and for me, that's fun. But also, boy, that's not what I want to do right now. You know? Like, I don't think Mastamon is even supposed to be a, I need to swap these. Using the Audra woman that was half Mastamon as a healer. Now she's more useful as she is. Yeah, I'm actually, like, happy with how Mastamon turned out. But I wish I could learn multiple, you know, like, whatever the hit all foes move is instead of the single target ones. Also, what's going on, Sage? All right, no mana. Okay, see, here's the route that has the chest. Escape Gate 5, sure. I don't know. I feel a way about the memory ups. So many memory ups being like hidden. Like I'm curious how many are in the game and are missable, you know? Because that feels like a bummer. Okay, here's another chest. See, this is the trick. This is what they want me to do. This is the game. Yo, Jalen, welcome back. This job is a mess. Yeah. I've what word do I want? I understand. You've told me. And it's just like, ugh. Okay, wait, yeah, because I missed one. Mastamon lover. She's pretty great. She's pretty good. Get that Rosemon too. I have a Lilamon. 25% raw. Oh, so I had a question with that. So like when Mastamon says that it does 25%, when it does 20, we found one. Hey, guess what? We got him. 25% of current health. Okay, so it's one of those, like, it'll never kill it. Yeah, diminishing returns. Okay. That's what I figured was the case. You know what I mean? That's what I figured it was, but you never know. Watch this XP. 15K! Oh, she learned Final Aura. Restores a lot of HP. Hell yeah. That's why this is a great spot to grind, yeah? Okay, that goes up, so can't go that way. But that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so it's a good opener. It's a good opener. Yep, that's the way I came from, so okay. I think it was floor 37 that I could actually go over. I really need all games that have like chests like this. I need them to have like markers that are like, this is how many chests are left on this floor, because I can't handle it. I can't handle it otherwise. You know, I respect Digimon for putting it like right there on the map, and then as soon as I loot it, it's gone, so that I can look at the map and be like, oh shit, there's one there. You know what I mean? I appreciate and respect that, but also just give me a number. You know? Then you turn into a crazy person looking for the secret passages for the chest you miss. I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna become that crazy person regardless. You know? You can do that in Prelude Default that I picked back up to try to make progress on, and I love it. I love having that as an equipable ability to just be able to be like, okay, how many chests are left? Because that game, you do have weird secret passages that you have to scrub the walls for. But when you find it, it's so good. Okay, hang on. This looks like progress. See? Then we found a chest. Breaking leaked Pokemon Go info that the Reddit app pushed to me randomly news. I think I know what it is. A new photo bomb was added. Oh, it's not that. Okay. It's not the thing that I thought it was. Oh, I don't have... Oh, I gotta replace Aura. Do I say it? I mean, if you wanna. New photobomb is cool. Rotom Mo. Wow, we're finally gonna get another Rotom form. Oh, wait. Oh, I do know all of the... Yeah. Also, my internet went out and this is a bad surprise. Oh, no! You learned things you were not supposed to, and they came for you. No, I think there's going to be a cool update coming to Pokemon Go soon. Soon TM. That I've been waiting for a while. And I'm very curious how it's going to work. Okay. So we do the same thing with this elevator. Okay, it's just a chest. Hell yeah. Levels all day. Oh, all three of them. Oh, What update am I waiting for? So it's nothing that's been officially announced. It's only it's something that's only been data mined. So I don't want to talk about it because like it is a spoiler in the sense that like it's never been talked about by Niantic. It's not been teased or anything like that. It's only been data mined, but there's been so much data mining for it, like it's absolutely a thing. But you know, one of those things I'm like, you know, we'll wait for the official release. It's absolutely happening, you know. It's been worked on so much, and it's not Pokemon Sleep, because like I said, it's something that hasn't been officially announced. So 3 revival capsule DXs, thank you. Let's go down and then we'll... Pokemon Go to the polls update. It's the only way to get Kecleon. You've got to check in at a ballot station. We've set up special Kecleon photo bombs around your local polling area, and it's like, Kecleon, much like the reason. Oh man. It's illegal to take photo about. That does, you know, you say that, it does feel like, that does feel like they're trying to trick you into that does feel like you might get tricked into committing a crime. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. Like, yeah, you can't, like, nah. Gotta take a picture with an I voted sticker. God. Ah, nice. Because if you read the Pokedex entry, Kecleon loves voting. Wait. Brian, does it, or is this a bit? Because it could go, it could be either, honestly. That's why I call it, there it goes. I was like, is this a bit? This could be real. I haven't read the Pokedex entries. Hey, nice. It's a bit Kecleon only supports the Green Party. God. God. Can't believe you. I knew getting an unlimited data phone plan would only lead me to problems. Too much data. Too much data all the time. Alright, we're just gonna go heal up. So much money, I wish I could buy it on boost items. Yo, Chewy, what's going on? Team's really coming together. It is, yeah. Getting some interesting stuff going on. But how are you doing? All right, there's the one to the lobby. Oh, nice. Okay, I totally expected to have to do that again. I totally expected to have to do that again. So shout outs to... I was literally about to say, man, I'm glad we get to do this process again. But it wasn't that many, so. Coworker gave you COVID, some quarantine at the moment. That sucks. That sucks, I'm sorry. Need a friend in Pokemon Go to finish a research task? Exclamation mark Pogo FC. Stage. Having minor symptoms, so it's just like getting over a cold. That's good. I'm glad you got a light one. I'm glad you got a light one. Is it not that? Oh, it was just Pogo. It was just Pogo. I thought it was Pogo FC. All right. Make a new save. What? Aha! I don't know who's only been playing video games long enough that you don't immediately search that, but immediately search that. That dude got wrecked. Happy holidays. Roof. Brian, I'm distrustful. What's happening? Oh, what's happening? Hello? It's a nice day. Okay. Let's get ready for the bullshit, because here we go. We got the final showdown. Of course, Art is here. That is not surprising. Oh, you came. He's still recharging. I think I'll eat him once he's charged. No, that's not it. The truth is, I was waiting for you, Ami. Is this the end of the game? I haven't played this game in a while. I think so. Do you remember way back when? It's okay to laugh. I was such a dork. I said I would protect you all, but actually I was just scared. I was scared and I left him behind. Arita. You tried to help Hugo back then, didn't you? Thanks. On behalf of my best friend. But I'm sorry, that was supposed to be my job. And it's one I'm finally ready to do. That's why I've been eating and eating. Gained so much power. And so... That's bad. Don't interfere. Get out of my way. Forget my past. Now this is an SMT game. Yeah. Let me do it all over again. Just don't look at my hideous form. The problem is your character doesn't talk, because if she did 14 chapters ago, your protag would have said, Arda, you dumb fuck, and the plot would have ended there. I'm asking you as a friend. And so, give me your power. He hits himself in the face. Okay, you took the defense down. That's all I'm worried about. I said I'll protect you by killing you all. I failed to protect you, so now I must kill you. How's the guy without eyes use eyes of the Gorgon? He's got eyes. Oh, poor boy. He hasn't wanted to come back inside. Casper. He's using the eyes on. I hear Josie's tail. Hot. All right, that's a lot. I'm glad we have a nice big heal now. Oh, heal up combo? Sure, I guess. Okay, hang on. I need to hit the bit for stream raiders here. Josie's very thirsty. Okay. I don't know why some of those aren't working. I feel like I saw that one specifically just the other day. Hi, Jose. It's a good clip. Some of them work. Yeah, some of them work. And I feel like some of them just gave up. I think we got him. I think we might be a little overpowered. You know, we might be a little overpowered. Oh yeah, I just noticed your levels. Yeah. Oh, I like that he gave me a bunch of XP but no money. Give me your power, no you. I will. Connect, jump into him. Tommy, help him. You helped me, didn't you? Arda, at this rate, you're gonna... Why are you hesitating? Are you uncertain whether you can do it alone? Whether he'll even hear you? Don't underestimate yourself, or him. Oh. He'll hear you. How do I know? You two are friends, right? Wow. That's a good sound. All right, Brian, don't look at the screen. Friends is a word you could use, sure. What'd you come here for? Did you need another look at my pathetic self? You're incredible, you know? Always able to do the right thing straight away. But I'm not like that. I can't do anything. Worried about how it'll look. And it ends again without me being able to help a friend. How pathetic is that? That's not how people would phrase that sentence, but... Ugh. Sorry, my throat was really dry there. I'm such an idiot. I kept telling myself that since this world was digital, Yugo would be safe, since none of it was real. But that's not the case, and I knew it better than anyone since I watched the whole thing happen. For Soweto for having made us forget something that important. And look at me, putting the blame on someone else. I'm a disgrace. Whatever the case, I shouldn't have forgotten. I was the one who decided to run and leave Yugo behind. Shut up. Don't worry about me. I don't need your sermons or your pity either. What else could I have done? Was there some other way? There's no way a kid like me could rival the genius of Soweto. I wanted more power, even after dogging him. What else could I have done to save Yugo? I'm so pathetic. How could I face you all? I can't go back. You don't give up easily. Don't worry about me. Punch you in your stupid face. Why'd you bring me back? I should have stayed the way I was. You idiot. Wow. This is how... They just didn't... They... Is that... Is this gender equality? Like, is this? Hang on, I'm gonna refill my water because I'm about to read 2 books. So hang on. Like, is this gender equality that they would also have a girl do the stand in one place and punch each other until we understand each other? Or did they forget about this scene and just put the character in the game and went with it? And they didn't write this game with the assumption that you could play a female character. What do you think? What do you think? What do we think is the more likely scenario? It should be on top of a robot while you're both breathing heavily while defending democracy. Brian, I'll play Metal Wolf Chaos on stream. I don't give a shit. Listen, it's right here. Look, it's right here. Metal Wolf Chaos. Don't act like I won't. B is more likely, but A is also true. That's not what I was referencing, but close. Yeah, that's MGS2, right? Or no, that's MGS1. That's MGS1. Oh, MGS4 has that too? How many Metal Gear Solid games end with people punching each other on top of a robot? It's at least 2. It's at least 2. Also, I guess I should play Metal Gear Solid 4. Whatever. Damn it. You had no right. What was that? I don't get you. Come on, say something. Why is this muted all of a sudden? I think I hit a button and muted it. One does as well, but it's not for democracy, really. That's true. It's not for democracy, really. It'll be okay. What? Oh? I think... that's... Hey! It's all good. There's nothing wrong. Look out! The second one is a sword fight with a villain has swords named Democrat and Republican. So stupid. Were we too late? No. Hey, sorry I'm late. It's Agino, everyone's favorite star. Could it be that I might be running a teeny bit late? I really messed up. Hee. Hurry, Nokia. Roger that. Omnimon! Okay, folks, you ready to go? Yeah! All set. Ready when you are. Haha, let's go! I love how they frozen that one frame of her getting punched. All right, everyone, time to hack Facebook. All of you white dudes with jeans and hats and polo shirts. Except for the Zaxxons. I get the demons too. Oh, good for you. Where's my Nokia side story? Where's my Nokia DLC side story? I'd play that. I'd play that. You squat and Kate. Yeah, major success. Keep going. Send out the energy until he's dry. Oh, you did it, Nokia. Yeah, I did it. Can I have a present? I want a present. But you could have contacted us for orders. There wasn't any need to come here, was there? Huh? If you'd contacted us when we were ready, we could have timed this better. But at the strategy meeting... Hey, Omnimon? Hey, what gives with the silent treatment? Yeah, I mean, didn't you ask us to come at the strategy meeting? I mean... You yelled it out and then darted off like a hare. Oh, is that how it went? Was it like this? Like this? Nokia, let's apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry for having darted off. Yeah, hey, I fixed Arda from being an idiot. I knew it. You're all idiots or jerks. How can you all talk like that at a time like this? It's so good, I can't. I love that they put Arda, he's broken. Shut up. All of this is your fault. Oh, I think I blew a gasket. That's right. If I just trusted you jerks all along from the start. What is this? I'm losing my power? How did the likes of human ruin Crusadermons? No. My plan. How is this even possible? Leopardmon, your scheme has been foiled. You? What are you? I knew my chair was low. I was like, my chair feels low. My name is Alphamon. Alphamon? What? The legendary 13th Royal Knight! You actually do exist! You show yourself now, and as my enemy? I exist to control the Royal Knights. My purpose is to keep them from running amok. Amok, you say? It is the will of King Drassel to destroy the human world and protect the digital world. Indeed, but I was also sent here by King Drassel's will. Don't be absurd. There's no way the will of King Drassel would ever block my path. Yor has chosen to make the right choice. To save our world, mankind must be destroyed. Humanity's immature and foolish misdeeds are what caused the Eater Menace to bring our world to the brink. Look at them. Their foolishness will lead to their own destruction as well. That's not for you to say. Foolishness is but one part of humanity. I've also seen their capacity for growth. Let us therefore trust them. Enough of this pointless banter. If both of us claim the will of King Drassel, then our conflict is also the will of King Drassel. This feels like a... In other words, the winner represents King Drassel's true will. You fool. You are the fool for making the wrong choice. How sad that I must meet my final comrade in arms only to bid you a final farewell at the same time. You dared to steal some of my power. Mock me not. I'm Leopardmon, the most powerful of the knights. Yeah! Are you ready, my dear Watson? Let's go. Baller, everybody. Yoko Alphamon uses a masculine speech pattern. I mean, that makes sense. Right? Speaking as Alphamon. I missed! Ha! Get out of here. I missed! This won't miss. Okay, so he resisted the defense down, so he can get defense down. Great. The car's in Alfa Romero Montreal. It's a real car from the 70s. That's interesting. I always like when they do stuff like that. Listen, I'm gonna get this 30% down. Yeah, it's gonna do nothing. I appreciate that the healing, like when I heal, it's like, oh yeah, you heal all battle Pokemon, like it heals everybody. I appreciate that. Did I say Pokemon? Oh well. Whatever. You know what I mean. I'm just gonna use a big health spray here. Because Mastodon's not coming around for a little bit, so we're gonna... Yeah, she's not going to do a lot of damage, which is a bummer. Oh, come on. Are you serious? That's a lot of money. Oh, I punched that guy and $1,000 came out. That's awesome. I got 1,000 CSP because I solved the case. That I might be defeated, that unrivaled justice could falter here. That's it, destruction must be King Drassel's will. Now that my end is here, I finally see the light. Maybe the will of King Drassel utterly destroyed the human and digital world alike. There's no greater proof than my perishing here. Worlds far and wide be destroyed, vanish like me, leaving no trace behind. Alright, well that's just the words of a sore loser, bud. Just the words of somebody complaining about being owned. It is not I who was owned, but all! There are no more royal knights to oppose you. Now, we just need to find a way to handle the massive eaters who've come from the digital world. Well, we could take them down one by one. But hey, there's a legendary royal knight here. He could use legendary power and do legendary stuff. No, that would take too much time. In that case, our only option is to ask you-know-who for help. That's right. Suedo. My, I see everyone's here. Arda, you've given up on evolution? I trust these people. I ain't buying your crap anymore. I see. Well, that's fine, I suppose. Since you're here, I'm assuming that means you have a way, right? Excellent, Arda. A brilliant deduction. Let me get right down to the explanation. To end this disastrous situation, all we can do is send the eaters infesting Tokyo back to the digital world. What? If we release the digital wave that's pooled in the digital line, the dimensional door will open. That'll attract the eaters. Then in they go. Happily, the digital line is already primed, thanks to the energy you took from Leopard. This plan can be executed at any time now. That's absurd. You would further doom my digital world. Yeah, we're not letting that happen. Of course, I wouldn't let such a thing happen. It would just mean the end of our evolution. Did you know the Eaters have what could be called a main unit? The Eaters' main unit? Yes, the Mother Eater. Eliminate that and all the other Eaters will be wiped out in turn. Where is this Mother Eater? Deep in the digital world, King Drassel's core. King Drassel, the host computer that can be called the creator of your world, has been worn away by the Mother Eater and has lost much of its functionality. This may be the reason why you Royal Knights have broken ranks with one another. Wait, if we know where the Mother Eater is, then we should go to King Drassel and remove it. Why do we need to send the Eaters back? Unfortunately, you'll never be able to get close to King Drassel by charging him blindly. Wide-scale loss of functionality includes King Drassel's security system. It'll be unable to discern whether anyone who approaches is friend or foe. I surmise that the instant we enter the digital world will be dealt with as bugs. However, seeing as the Eaters are all part of the Mother Eater, they're a different story. If we can send Eaters that have incorporated a program of my devising back to the Mother Eater en masse, we could attach them to King Drassel and temporarily take control of the security system. And then we eliminate the Mother Eater. I think I follow you. There's no other way to remove the Eater threat from both worlds. Oh boy, I'm totally clueless here. So like, this is our only choice, right? It would appear so. Now, to put this plan into action, there's one request I need to make of the Royal Knights. Opening the dimensional door is a simple matter. However, I'm dubious as to whether enough digital line energy was accumulated in the digital wave energy was accumulated in the digital line to actually keep the door open. That's why, after the Eaters are in the digital world and until the Mother Eater's eliminated, I need you to hold the door open from the inside. Leave that part to us. Hey! Magnamon! Everyone! No, it is heartening. Let us open the door to a new age, a new world. Speaking of which, let's make some quiet little adjustments to the digital line. Master Arata, Ms. Yuko, would you help me? Oh, and let's not forget Ms. Agino either. Me too? Wait, what do you mean, don't forget me? Dear me, you've simply shown you have a rather unique knack for hacking the digital line as well. Alright, then, I'm counting on you. Okay, right now. Oh, hi, Pop. All right, let's dive on in. We'll push it wide open from the inside. Seems crazy. We've got no other choice. Huh. Oh. That's so many. There, the door is opened. This magic circle connects to the digital world. Whenever you're ready. Let me ask you one thing. Yes, what is it? You said we must eliminate the Mother Eater, but have you, do you have an assured means of doing so? Heavens, didn't I explain? Of course there's a way to do it. We extract the foreign object trapped within the Mother Eater, the mental data of Yugo Kamishiro. I believe Eaters were never meant to prey on data from life forms such as humans in the first place. When Yugo was devoured, their dietary habits changed. Incorporating human mental data was what first gave Eaters their present form. Yes, they evolved. The Eaters are now protecting his mental data, as it was the impetus for that very evolution. It's held very carefully deep within their core. You can't mean the same place my brother said the Eaters are keeping him trapped. Inside that Mother Eater thing? Ultimately, he serves as a type of core. If my theories are correct, we remove him. A very interesting phenomenon will occur. Reversible programs being overwritten. I'm being turned back on myself. Huh? What? The Eater's memory integration network is beyond our understanding, our imagination, and even our ability to comprehend. They're always sharing information and always making choices, but every incident is remembered. They have no concept of a capacity limit, nor any concept of time. They simply remember. How can that be? You're thinking it's not possible, correct? And what about all the things you re-experienced recently, about what happened to you 8 years ago even in the digital world? What you saw was what Crusadermon downloaded from Eater memories and recreated in virtual reality. She probably made some adjustments as part of her nice little trap, but still. Why do you know all this? To be truthful, I'm a part of the Eaters now. Or more accurately, I merely have special access to their network. So that was how you pulled off your tricks. Cracking and tricks are the same thing. You could do it too if you wanted, Arata. You for real? If Arata can do it, then so can I. What? Well, yes, of course, anyone can do it. but human beings reject these possibilities on an instinctual level. Here are no exceptions. It's because of your having been unable to realize true unlimited potential while having been overtaken by eaters once previously. Well, let's save that discussion for another time. It's a rather long story. Anyway, if the key data that triggered the eater's evolution into their current form were to disappear, my calculations indicate that time will rewind itself to a point before Yugo's mental data was devoured by the eaters 8 years ago. The present will become a future that never happened, and this proper past will be our new present. So we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna go back in time to before this ever happened. Sure, why not? Excuse me, take it Miss Kyoko and our studio audience. This phenomenon is feasible in the digital world, and with the material and digital realms having assimilated with one another, nothing is beyond the impossible at this point. Without a doubt. When the eaters cause time to reverse, I wonder what effect will be seen in the real world through the connection with the digital world. It's possible that the Eden syndrome will disappear. After all, it'll be as if it will be as if the cause of it never existed. You're talking about the law of causality, right? I was beginning to think along those lines too. This reminds me of Kingdom Hearts endgame fights. You may think you fought the final boss, but then you realize there's still 50 more. How do we get Yugo out? Shouldn't be any problem, I would think. You've already experienced it, Haruka. Wait, hang on. If Eden syndrome disappears, that means Ami and Yugi can return. Ami and Yugi can return to their original bodies, right? Oh, I completely forgot about that. It's kind of out of left field. It's a solution I totally hadn't even imagined. But right now, anything's possible. Rescue Yugo, bring him and Ami home. The grand finale will have a happy ending. Might be out of left field too, or maybe it's wishful thinking. But I can't stay waiting here doing nothing. I want to go see my brother. Yeah, definitely. Haha, see you later. I don't like that. I'd like to say we should carry on as well, but what's the matter? At present, the digital world is a very dangerous place. We don't have a lot of time, but it makes no sense to rush in and make mistakes. Do you have anything left to do? If so, take care of it before we proceed. When you're ready, we'll head for the digital world. All right, I'll make a backup save. Make this save. Are you ready to enter the digital world? Let's go! Suedo has his own goals. I'm certain he's using us to achieve them. Still, at the same time, we're using Suedo to rescue my brother. To create a new world. That is his objective. To erase all sadness from all worlds. Everything he's done has been to achieve that. Everything he'll go on to do as well. But that's not really possible, is it? Whatever his aims, it doesn't change ours. He may desire the creation of a new world. We're gonna stop the destruction of an old one. Good. Now let's do what must be done. Let's go to the digital world! Woo! Okay, and then this save will be the top save. There's a lot of dialogue to read in this game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing a game that doesn't have this much dialogue. Chapter 20, from the new world! Chapter 20! This is the digital world? This is horrible. Oh, we got some thunder. We got some thunder happening, friends. Or at least have it dubbed in English. It's so expensive to do that, and I bet, I don't believe it had it in the first place. You know? So I'm not terribly surprised. I don't think it did, unfortunately. I bet it was to save space on the Vita. You know? Our world is gonna end up like this too? Where's Soweto? Let's keep moving. All right, let's, oh man. The digital world, I don't know what's going on. What the hell is that? Who the hell are you? Hello? Something. What's that sound? Everyone, stay alert. This is King Drassel 7D6, a genuine King Drassel terminal. King Drassel sees his foreign objects. He's been totally worn away by eaters. He no longer possesses any will. Can't hear his voice either. Before us is a wall that blocks our progress. It's nothing but a mere program. If it's just a wall, then we have to break through it. I'll help. Consider it part of my rehabilitation. Oh, very buff. When did you get so strong, Arda? Who do you think we're dealing with? Way to go. Even when he's on his top form, he's still legendary. Gotta hand it to the original leader of the Judes. To have gotten Digimon that can rival mine in such a short span of time, you're a real hardcore nerd and something of a sore loser. It's okay, to be blunt, I'm a little bit turned off. Hey, don't call me a nerd, I'm a geek. And Yuko, what about you? Your personality hasn't changed? You all were the possibility I believed in. You need more self-awareness in that regard. All right. Nope. I was about to ask if that Drassel bloke made an appearance. Not yet. Josie. It's okay, BB. It's okay, BB. It's thunder in here and Josie's scared. It's okay, pups. It's okay, pups. You're laying there. Oh, hell yeah! 3 times combo! Great. Love to miss. Huge crystal. Up. Yo, Poke. Josie, come here and lay down. Just come here and lay down. You're scared. Just, okay. What's going on, Poke? Oh, so close. Hell yeah, bunch of experience. And now Savior Huckmon's max level. I'm gonna call it today with 3 hopes. I think I got a chapter left. Nice. Savior Huckmon officially max level. Hell yeah. Lilamon's max level. All right, hang on. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay. Progress right. The next 2 weeks are gonna be slow. Looking for a bit. Doing well. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We're making some progress here. Ready as ordered, I guess. Everyone, look at the sky. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, those are all eaters? Like they're heading somewhere. No, being forced to gather. Soeto's leading them. That's where King Grassel's main unit must be. All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Come on, we only gotta make it a little bit longer. We're in that part of the JRPG where it only makes sense to just have continual boss fights. Is this the entrance? I don't know if I'd call it much of an entrance. It's a hole worn away by the eaters that goes all the way down to the core. And King Drassel himself will be down there. Now it's a den of eaters, and what Sueden called the Mother Eater is there. Look at that. Oh. Yugo's calling to us. He's been waiting for us this whole time. Be with you soon. Alright, let's go rescue our friend. This time for sure. We're all coming home together. Let's go. Jump off. Yes. Wahoo. Oh, buddy. Oh, cripe. It's the Mother Eater? It's huge. How can this be? King Drassel himself has been completely overtaken, has been fully corrupted. I'm just barely able to hold him back. As expected, the original functions of King Drassel are almost entirely suppressed. All the eaters we sent back have incorporated programs that just send out junk data over and over. Even King Drassel's calculation functions have hit a temporary buffer overflow as a result. Neither description is technically mistaken, like the Russian folktale of the giant turnip. Anyway, we'll need to debug King Drassel and soon. Alright, well, we'll make a new save. Yeah, three hoops looks really good. I would love for there to be more. I love when they take the Warriors thing and like put it to something that has a really good story, you know? How'd you like that last fight? What if we gave you another one? You ever just want to consensually kiss women? Yeah, it's pretty chill. It's a good time. I have a special dislike for RPG bosses who boost their defense. You know what I mean? I have a very specific dislike. It's just that, like, boosting defense only serves to slow the game down, or rather, make it take longer. You know what I mean? To be more specific with what I mean, like, it just means like, yeah, this boss fight's gonna be longer. You know, more damage at least is like, oh yeah, you know, like they're more deadly, you know, I have to play more carefully, or, you know, use healing spells instead of attack spells. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna boost my defense. It's just like, oh, it's just boring. Oh, I think in that last one I got Master Barrier. Hang on. So yeah, I just got a Master Guard. Master Barrier, halves instant death success rate. Oh, well, that's not... Because the Master Guard is just all attribute damage minus 10. Okay, I thought it would be like you're immune to all Maybe that's the Master Guard DX or something like that, you know? I'm gonna save. I don't want to redo any of these boss fights. Do I just have to fight like 4 of these cores in a row? Is that... Just the fun of like, yeah, just beat up these hit points, like. The thing that every JRPG just evolves into, you know? Oh yeah. Does like no damage. Do you think intelligence up makes you more resistant to magic? Is that? That did like nothing. Oh, my favorite Nintendo 64 game, Rune Forest 3. Oh, what is Master Disc? +5 to everything. Wow. still don't have like attack plus A, which is annoying. Okay, let's heal. Get our SP back. Make a new save, because again, I'm not redoing any of these boss fights. There's another one. This is great. Just do this again. Love a good opening crit. Alright. Oh, and okay. So each of these nerds just picks one of their stats to boost, to be a pain. Yeah, and so this guy's like, oh, I'm just gonna dodge all your things. Ugh. Gross. Okay. Just gonna do the same thing. Please don't let there be another one. Is there another one? It's very hard to tell. Oh, we're going off the map. Okay, well, Oh, no, we're right here. Cool. All right. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna do the one more boss? Oh, hey, look, you can go to the Digilab. Oh, hi. You've come. I've been waiting for you. Actually, I have a request. I admit it's not as simple as that. It's a matter of fate. I'd love to case with your office. Please do take a look. Thank you in advance. All right. Well, I'll look at it later. I was gonna scream if there was another one. I would have been right there with you. I would have been right there with you. But now I can go over here. Here comes the money. So fucking expensive. Oh my God. They're so expensive. Okay. Save. Here we go. Here we go. This dude feels like he's having a bad day. What do you think, Ami? Can you make it? I think it's impossible as things are now. Activity is being suppressed by a large number of eaters. Movement seems to be greatly restricted. Their fighting strength's an unknown quantity, but unknown means we compare favorably for now. Oh, what? Are we gonna do a dance with it? What's happening? That said, they look like they're ready for us. Let's attack! Be careful not to hurt my brother. I'm here too! Hell yeah. Attack and dethrone God! It's time to attack and dethrone God! Hey, you know what this means? You know what we're gonna do? Oh, right, these are only one. I thought it was for the team. That's why I never used them. Okay, that actually did a good bit of damage in a scarily, that did a lot of damage. Do you know what I mean? How many forms is this boss gonna have? How many? What are we thinking? Are we gonna get 3 forms? Just straight up? Smell that? The scent of multiple boss phases? Exactly. Oh! You're going with 3? I feel like it's always 3. Oh, wait. I'll leave the task of saving you, go to you. Okay, so now we're gonna jump in it. Oh! Ami? Path to the spirit world. I've missed you. I've been so lonely. You came for me. I'm happy. So happy. Hurry up. I want to see you all. No. Oh, are they using... He's using Yugo to trick us! I was looking for everyone. Looking this whole time. Finally found you. Don't want to be by myself anymore. I want to go home. No, that's not it. This is a trick. This is a trap. Why did you run away and leave me? Did you not like me? Is that why I'm locked in here? Don't listen to that voice. I hate you all. All of you, just go away. All of you, just die. Don't listen to my voice. Somebody find me. Somebody help me. So... Yugo? Is it not a trap? You mustn't come here! Huh? Is this a trap? Is this a trick? It's a trick, isn't it? It's a trap trick. Ami! Yugo! Arda, Yuko, and Nokia too. Oh, we did it! It's really Yugo, for real! Hey, Yugo. Long time no see. I'm so glad. Listen to me, if we don't do something, the worlds we know will be utterly consumed by the Eaters. What do you mean by that? I was fully absorbed, imprisoned by them, and became part of their shared data network. One of my roles was to suppress their activity. Suppress their activity? Yes, I try to keep their rate of erosion down. They have nothing we would call awareness. They store and share data, and by influencing each other are building a shared unified consciousness. Each individual eater acts as part of one group consciousness. And using that unified consciousness network, you were able to appear here and there in cyberspace. That's how you showed yourself before Ami and the others. By using the terminal as eaters as a terminal, yes, but I wasn't authorized to send my thoughts. All I could do was send fragments of my memories as data. I had plenty of limitations, but in the end I managed to work out. The mental data of the humans incorporated by the eaters are stored within the network, all of them. Oh, that means if Yugo isn't part of the network anymore, the erosion speed will increase without limit. We might lose all the stored mental data. Even so, that's a condition for evolution. It's necessary for the creation of a new world. Are we gonna fight Suedo now? Is Suedo gonna merge with the Eater Drassel? And then we have to fight Suedo Eater? The loss of even the smallest world, the birth of even the smallest grief cannot be allowed. I will bring order to this new world. Yugo, you have suffered and grieved enough. You must be released from those shackles. Thank you, Mommy, for rescuing him. Only you with your skills could have done it. You are a miracle of the old world. However, do not allow yourself to be surprised. In the new world, miracles like that will be commonplace. Yep, he's just gonna... Suedo, what are you up to? I will take Yugo's place in the group consciousness. Huh? What I mean is, I will become the Eater's consciousness myself, their sole driving will. And with King Drassel's omnipotent calculations and the Eater's ultra-dimensional data transmission functionality. My will shall use these things to bring forth a new will. A new world. Yeah. Played right into his hands. This is what he wanted. Sounds completely sane and reasonable. Yeah, 100%. It's okay. I'll use the omnipotent powers of this digital god combined with this weird digital virus's data transmission abilities to reforge the world in my using my will. Yeah, it happens every day. Yeah, this is bad. That's a JRPG boss. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, this ain't good. Just listen to you. I mean, can you pull Suedo back from the brink? Now kiss it? That'll do it. Or if someone's cosplayed this, it looks dope. You know? Way to go, Yuko. Good thinking. You should quit now while you can. Whoa! Ami, your half cyber body was unstable and has deteriorated with repeated eater contact. The earlier connection jump to Yugo exposed you to serious damage, I believe. That can't be, Ami. Next contact will be all it takes to bug your compromising data, destroy it, and erase it. That was all part of the plan. That's why we can't trust adults. Stop, Ami, don't risk it. That's right, if we lose you, another big traumatic event will occur, right? We won't be able to recover from that. Besides, we promised we'd all come home together, the 5 of us. Did you hear me, jerkface? I want to say now, at the end of the game, I do regret not going with Poppy. The name came up way more than I expected. I do regret not going with Poppy. Always go with Poppy. Me in the future, always Poppy. Poppy forever. Yes, exactly. Nogia's right. Without the 5 of us, the mission's a failure. I hate failure. I can't deal with it. So please don't do this. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that as like a sigil for the stream. Always Poppy. Poppy forever. What do you think, Hugo? You think you can follow up the ladies' moment in the spotlight? Nokia and Yuga and Nokia. What can I even say? I do have hacker's memory. Like, seriously. I got it. I understand your confusion. There's my bud. I'm glad you're making sense. I'm gonna start spouting tears of joy here. Oh, this is how you know there's a boss fight. You got choral music. At last, I can rebuild the world. I can finally eliminate everything that is ugly, crooked, or sad. What are you gonna do about that? The new world that Suedo desires. That too is one of the choices the future holds. He will likely save all worlds. I fear King Drassel's presence and will within him. You really can change your Protax class in 3 heroes. You can become anything, although you have the OP class by default, of course. Oh, nice. King Drassel will join forces to create a perfect world beyond even our digital world. Also, what the fuck should I come back to? Oh, buddy. There'll be many changes. The evolution he speaks of forced on the world will bring about creation as well. What was the last thing you saw? My role could be to watch over this conclusion. But, what do you all think? What do you want me to do? We have to stop Suedo. To live in a world made by a madman would be unpleasant, to put it lightly. Let's take the fight to him while we can. Yeah, it'll work out, right, Omnimon? I see. All right, let me ask you one more time. What are you going to do? This game's such a Persona game. Like, this is such a Persona game. I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Judgment has been passed. Human children, bow to my will. Oh, we're all here. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh! Okay. Okay, there's three. We got left arm, right arm, core. We're just gonna start. We're gonna start on the left arm. We're gonna. Oh yeah, connect chain. Love it. Hey, chaos degradation hits all foes. Whap. We're just gonna work. We're gonna work our way through. Yeah, phase 2. They really SMT'd this. Yeah. The last, like, there were bits that I'm like, man, this feels like an SMT. This last bit really feels like an SMT game. Yeah, this hits all everyone. Okay, nice. Okay. Oh, so close. Okay. We're gonna defense down the core. All right, Mock Rush. Upgrade. Oh, I think he got a lot of bonuses there. Okay. Okay, that did an okay amount of damage. That did an okay amount of damage. I really love the shiny knuckle fist coming down and punching this dude in his digital crotch. Yeah, big combo. Big combo damage. Up. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Combo heal! Spap! Hell yeah. All right, I definitely think there's gonna be another form. I definitely think that, like, it's like his head, right? Like, we have to fight his head. What? The eaters, they're weak, aren't they? My strength alone wasn't enough to stop you, but this time I have friends. Now I will win. Oh, sure, because he's got a digital body. Like, he's... Phase 3. I appreciate the game designers looking at this last fight and saying you needed an NPC that's gonna heal you. All right, so we got 3 targets again. Oh, but they're typed this time. I like that. All right, this one's gonna be a little trickier. Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. I just gotta get at him. Don't do whatever that is. I don't know what destruction is. Don't do that. Okay. Yeah, so Data does a bunch of damage to Vaccine. Okay. Now we just focus on the big boy. Oh, he's gonna do like no damage because he's Data fighting a virus. Yeah, he's not gonna do anything. Oh, he just straight up blocked it. Okay. Who can I swap out for? I need to swap a vaccine for Savior Huckmon. Oh, hey, guess what? What if I brought his dad in? What if I brought his dad in as a defense piercing special move? Uh-oh. Do you want to come see the final boss? All right, we'll try one more time. Nope, straight up box. Yeah, that's the sort of damage I'm talking about. You'll see it.
Wow.
Oh, what does that mean?
And I'm gonna restart the whole world. Yikes.
That's a lot of damage. Ooh. Oh, and he healed his wings. Oh, buddy. Oh. Okay. We're okay. Okay, I'm attacking because I'll get a heal before he gets a turn again, but... Woo! That was something. That was a move. Alright, I wasn't able to get the other wing, so the other wing is still gonna do a boost. Oh, I thought I took you out! Alright. Just keep working on the core. Just keep... Yep, okay, so we stopped it. Good. Vanquish Drive. These names are, as always, really cool. Oh, I got him. That was enough. Okay. Did we really get him though? It's always unsure. I always doubt. Excellent. But Sueda's still inside the Mother Eater. What should we do? Should we lock him up in there for now? It's not a perfect solution, but for the time being, it's our best course of action. All right then, let's get help from the Royal Knights and the other Digimon. Right, we'll take care of this giant thing by ourselves. Maybe we can make it happen, but the odds sure are stacked against us. Gotta do it. You're the only one. Hey! No, you're not gonna... You idiot, I told you not to! Suda said your body couldn't take it, could he? Alvamon, stop on me. We have to do something. Miss Kyoko. Go Cyber Sleuth. Find the truth that only you can. What's Ami doing? No, we said not to. Let's see Ami's decision through, however it happens to turn out. Oh yeah, Alvamon's gonna be like, no, exercise your will. Do what you will. Yo! Mia, how are you? Thanks so much for the raid. How are you doing? Oh, our body. Goodness, you've come to rescue me too? Committed heroic sacrifice if you want, not my problem. Yeah. You ignored my warnings? Might have been such a wretched form. Such a waste of effort. I've been fully assimilated by the Mother Eater. You're not like Arda or Yugo. Yeah, how was Breath of the Wild? Doing great, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you, I hope you had a good stream. You'll never find me, you're wasting your time. And even if you do find me, I won't go back. I'd sooner disappear than not allow sadness to vanish from all possible worlds. I find it hard to comprehend why you would choose a world where sadness is so widespread. You're the same way. In doing this, you bring sadness to Arda and the others. So strange, there's no logic to it. What will change if you rescue me? Who will be happier for it? Do you have a satisfactory answer for me? You rage quit? Yeah, yep. That sounds about right. That sounds about right, honestly. Considering my time with it, I feel that. I feel that, honestly. Oh. Oh. Alright, I'm hoping we get through it because we're a little over time. We don't want to leave anybody behind. But that's just your ego talking, surely. I made a promise. This is rather ominous. I'm confused. Even with all of King Drassel's calculating power, I couldn't derive an answer for you. I died probably 30 times today. Yup. What's this? What? Is that so? Is that what it is? It just hit me. I finally understand. God does not play dice with the universe. All of you were the dice this whole time. Can you bet on dice that have wills of their own? I see. In this way, multiple universes are formed through infinitely branching space-time. A waste, meaningless and without value. After all, what was defined as a fluctuation cannot exceed the perspective of the observer. I understand. Awareness is a single temporal point causing realities to combine. Hang on though, please. Wait a moment. Please wait a moment. That seems to be a logical leap, no? Oh my, that won't do. We can't have you disappear now. I need to get back to this game. I've had a really good time playing this. I've had a really good time with this. You shall validate my new theory as one of my precious dice. I call it the theory of proving the existence of God who creates dice tossed by a god of dice. That's all right. You take a second run at that. And to prove this theory, I must disappear along with the Eaters. Our existence is too unique and overpowering. We'll throw off the results of the equation. The Eaters will simply return to their original role, to the form they should have had before they were corrupted by the digital world we created. Higher dimension extends over countless parallel worlds. Oops, I hit A by mistake. The Eaters exist in regions we cannot and must never access. These higher dimensions are beyond our capacity to even imagine. They comprise part of a vast network that could be called the Great Intent or the Works of the Gods. The Eaters were manifested through contact with our data in our dimension and took its form and substance. The results were as you have seen. Whether this effect is by chance or predestined, I cannot say. Only the gods know for sure. Even if I were to ask King Drassel, I don't know if King Drassel even has a gender, but his calculations do not confirm the existence of any godly entities. However, his calculations are still ongoing, so who knows what the ultimate answer will be. In any case, I shall require King Drassel's help in order to reformat all the Eaters that have connected to me. We cannot remove them from every dimension, nor is there any reason to do so. The possibility of a similar event occurring in your future is 1 in 8,192 to the 20th power. So you're saying there's a chance. So please, don't worry about it. If my calculations are correct, your universe will cease to exist before that ever comes to pass. So you can live and die free from the Eaters. Oh, to be born again, to prove my theory. I won't give you a choice in the matter, that's just my ego talking. I shall therefore take my leave of you now. If you're so inclined, maybe we shall meet again. So we just, like, gambate'd the villain into self-destructing? Is that what happened? Ah! Ami, you made it back? You made it back for reals? Buddy, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. What the heck do you think you were doing, you stupid jerk? Listen, there's so much crazy stuff. There's only so much crazy stuff we're gonna let you get away with. What were the rest of us supposed to do if you didn't make it back? Figure it out. All's well that ends well. I'm still glad. But wait, so Soweto said that if all of the Eaters went back to how they originally were, that would reset time, right? Is that still the case? What about Soweto? Looks like he's gone. He complained he didn't want to go home. What's the deal with that? I guess that's just like him, though. Whoa, it's King Drassel's will. King Drassel's normal functions have resumed and seem to be restoring the digital world. Whoa, shouldn't we be leaving then? Yes, we better get out of here. A reasonable decision. All right, let's move. Are you okay, Ami? Ami's just like, uh-oh. I'm really shocked we didn't have like a secret extra boss. You know what I mean? Like, aha, Soweto as part of the thing. This takes me back. It's the digital world as we saw it way back when. What is that? So beautiful. What's that? It's the mental data preserved within the Eater's network. All of that? Yes, King Drassel's sending it back to your world. And that'll heal Eden Syndrome, right? Heal's not quite the right word, really, but something similar to that will likely occur. A phenomenon your humans will call miraculous. I don't quite get it, but Yugo and Ami will wake up? Huh. And therein lies the miracle. Oh, my brother. That's excellent. Oh, hello. Coming at ya. What? Ah! What is that? What's going on? There's two adorbs. This sphere is the Eater's original form. What? That's how it scans, moving from one piece of data to the next, sending information to a higher dimension. It has no clear objective, but I have one theory. Things like St. Elmo's fire, UFOs, strange orbs, these light-emitting bodies are maybe temporary visualizations of an Eater in a digital way. What we take as a plasma phenomenon could be an Eater in its energy form, transmitting information. It fits the behavior and first-hand accounts. This mystery circle form, impossible to recreate, is also one of the advanced or maybe low-level ideographic symbols used in the network. Stop! Oh. Sorry, it's nearly time for Kyoko Kurami's farewell. I just wanted to feel the rush of giving an info dump one last time. What? Or maybe I'm simply reluctant to part with you. By parting, you mean... That's what I mean. King Drassel will soon send you back to your world. In order to completely restore the digital world, we must remove all foreign objects. We're being treated like bugs. Well, yeah, that's accurate. King Drassel wished to restore the digital world to the state it was in before we arrived? To the way it was more than 8 years ago? More than that? Hang on a sec. That means... Does that mean we'll have never met? That we're gonna forget each other? Perhaps. That's... But in that case, we can just meet again. I'm certain everything will work out. Yeah, right? Everything will work out, one way or another. What I mean is, we'll make it work out. Well, it seems it's almost time. We'll send you back and recall the Digimon. The door has been opened and the door that's been opened will be closed. This is farewell, human children. The world will return to the way they were, a wide, accepting, yet chaotic place. That's the world we live in. The crazy, beautiful, lovable world that raised all of you, our friends. The day comes when your children and us, the Digimon, can be friends once again. And now this case is finally closed. Woo! We did it! This Javamon like, okay, bye. Hello? Oh, all the Digimon are going back. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, all the knights. Bye. Bye. Bye, Kentorosmon. Everyone's going home. Does that mean the Digimon are going to be leaving our world? If so, things will get awful lonely. Yugo. It's okay, Yugo. My cyber form is returning to my physical body. Then that means, yes, I'll have a real body after 8 years. It'll feel very heavy and confining. Don't worry, I'll be there to help with your rehabilitation. Just go easy on me. Okay, see you soon. We made it. Let's go home. Our world is waiting. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, my digital body has to do the same thing. It's the same thing that happened to Yugo. How do you... Like, remember, it's literally the same thing that happened to Yugo. Oh, wait. This feels like a different thing happened. A week has passed. For Tokyo, it's as if nothing has happened. Today, as always, it overflows with people. That right though? Perhaps it was truly nothing. Okay, hang on. It could just be our memories. For everything else, it'd be as if nothing happened. As Arya, the self-proclaimed non-geek, says, the split axes of time have merged once again. He explained a lot, but I slept through half of it, so I don't understand it all. But the upshot is, we've changed so much in 8 years, almost as if it never happened. For us, this Tokyo is a completely new Tokyo. For example, Satoru Kamishiro, Yuko's father. He's just an ordinary man. That really surprised me. As president of Kamishiro Enterprises, he's out there running Eden and other operations. So just all that shit didn't happen. Yuko and Yugo might be confused, but they should be able to lean on their dad soon for at least a few years worth of time. And then there's Rie Kishibe, secretary to the president. They say she's deeply in love with Satoru. Yuko and Yugo might be getting a new mom soon. That's weird, considering. For example, the Eden Syndrome, the terrorist attack 8 years ago in New Tokyo. Victims of that horrible attack ended up sleeping forever in a comatose state. They suddenly regained consciousness 1 week ago. Yugo is one of the others who woke up. He's now in rehab, and I'm helping. Of course, no one knows why they suddenly woke up. Right now, the theories that are most popular is that it was a divine miracle, or maybe aliens. For example, Digimon. What can be said about Digimon? Nothing. They're both here and not here, right? I mean, there's no Digimon though? Digimon Capture doesn't exist anymore. Or yet? The app that's really popular on the Digi right now is one called Digital Monster. It's a sort of retro training game, but it's like I've totally gotten into it. Agumon and Gabumon appear in the app, among others, so it's like surprising or something. What's up with this? I'm totally not getting this. Like, I give up. My brain's totally broken. Oh, Nokia. But you might be able to figure it out. Oh yeah. Our memories are linked to a constant reality. What does that mean? Akemi Soweto isn't here in New Tokyo. As if he was never born. There's a little tightness in my chest, but Alright, a self-proclaimed non-geek says it's good. Kyoko isn't here either. I looked, but I couldn't find her. But the Kremlin Detective Agency is here. There were traces of Kyoko here regardless. Is Kyoko around somewhere, I wonder? Is that why we can't find her? That must be it. Only a famous sleuth like you could find Kyoko. I know it, no doubt about it. And so, please find her. Hey, knock it off with a gloomy expression. It's not like you. It's really me. Is that the face you want to pull? What would Ami think? I get it, I really do, but please come home. Don't worry, we haven't seen the last of Ami. According to the doctor, all vital signs are looking great. Ami's gonna be fine, I promise. Yeah. Don't be an idiot. What do you think? Ami's wandering around eating like a ghost somewhere? Like a certain someone we know? There was a subconscious manifestation of my brother while trapped by the Eaters that was all outside of his control. We're the ones who were responsible for all this happening. Blaming my brother for it is wrong. It's not like he's doing it all for fun. He deserves to have the record set straight, along with an apology. Oh, why so serious all of a sudden? What? No. Yeah, that's right. It's as Arda, the self-proclaimed non-geek, says. Huh? Are you gonna gang up on my brother too, Nogia? Hey, where are you going? Eden, I'm gonna go on a little search. If I just sit here moping and doing nothing, Agumon and Gabumon will laugh at me. Nogia. If there's a ghost, then maybe there's someone who's seen it. And if I search Eden, I might find some data fragments here and there. Whoa, did I just hit full-on Cyber Sleuth mode? Yes. Alright, it's time to gather information. Come with me, assistant boy. I guess I'll hang with you then. Let's be clear. I'm the Cyber Sleuth and you're the assistant, right? I won't give up on... Hey, are you listening? Oh! Looks like you've finally woken up. Been talking to you since I found you, but I never even got the faintest response out of you. You woke up just as I was about to give up. Can you hear me? I guess I should explain the situation. Your half-cyber body collapsed after attempting that crazy connection jump. The data that comprised you just dispersed. In other words, you're just a husk of your former self. How do you feel? Yeah, don't worry about trying to tell me. Fate just won't give up on you, and neither will I. Taking on the will of King Drassel after so long, becoming human, sleuthing, fighting my comrades. I had this one assistant who kept doing all sorts of crazy things. That was a handful, let me tell you. Thanks to you, it was a lot of fun. Thank you. I've been wanting to tell you, waiting for you to wake up. What is it? Don't be bashful. What's that? What's going to become of you now? As I said before, your data dispersed. Not even I can gather it back together now. You could wander around in here in your semi-permanent state. Or, oh, that's right. You could come to the digital world. How about it? I'm about to get really busy. The Eaters were reformatted by King Drassel, reverted back to a harmless state of being. We still don't know much about their true nature. I surmise their main unit is in a higher dimension than only King Drassel can detect. I do plan on confirming that. Somehow. How about it? That's a job you're used to, right? Feeling like coming me and being my assistant once more? Just kidding. No need to get so serious. I wanted to see you stressed out for a second. I've been affected by your humans quite a bit. That's why I understand why you do what you do. You want to help your friends. I've come to feel that way too, and it's not just me. Look and see. Oh, hi. Oh, it's my Digimons! It's all my Digimons! You see, in the same way I've been affected, your Digimon friends have also been affected. By you, and not just a few of them either. Since you are basically a digital life form as it is, you might be able to guess how large your impact was. The proof lies with these Digimon. Little bits of your data here and there. Friendship, love, bonds, moments of recollection. To put it bluntly, they're your memories. Thinking we could collect them, reconstruct your mental data, and reinstall that into your body. It's unprecedented and a little drastic, but for what we want to do, we don't need to adhere to rationality. We also got a little of your data to provide. Don't get mad if that data's a little weird. There's one thing I regret, is that you won't be able to enjoy my coffee anymore. It's time for us to say goodbye, Ami. My assistant, my companion, my friend. Okay, here goes the reinstallation. You'll now be the master of your own future. Credits! Woo! We did it! Oh, heck yeah. Woo! Oh! That ending was an ending. Holy cow. I'm still not 100% on what happened to Soweto, but it kind of feels like the game just decided, like, the only way you're gonna beat this guy is by him defeating himself? You know? Like, he literally just kind of thought himself out of existence. So it's very interesting, very strange. But this was good. This was good. I think ultimately the game could have been a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter. I like the side quests. They were fun. They fleshed out the world. But I think there was just, you know, you have like a feel for how long you want a game to be. And I feel like this game was just a little too long. Just a little too long. You know, or maybe it wouldn't have felt too long if I didn't have to complete quests to like get to the next chapter, you know, and I could take it at my own pace. You know, that would have been nice. I do really like, I like the like systems for raising the Digimon and leveling them and digivolving. I have some small gripes, but those are like small mechanical things. But I really like the systems overall. Digimon designs are bananas. Oh, here we go. Wait. Installation complete. Oh, I'm back in my body. Hell yeah. I wasn't sure for a minute. Is that that's mayonnaise. Do I drink mayonnaise in my coffee now? Oh, he got away. Sorry, I'm not sketchy. I'm Kyoko Kuremi, a detective. Yo, Saint, what's going on? I was sick for a while. My instincts are rusty. You have an odd way of drinking. Well, to each his own. It might be really good. I'll try it if I get the chance. Pardon me, I'll be on my way. She was chasing, that was, what's his name? That was Jimmygun. Jimmygun's up to some stuff. Hope this doesn't seem rude, but have we met somewhere? I feel like I've forgotten something important. Does she not recognize us? No. I mean, kind of, but not. I'm actually looking for an assistant right now. Would you think about working with me? Finn! Yay! That's always nice. I always love a good end. New Game Plus unlocked. Save. The final save. Oh, look at that. Get the little clear badge. That's cute. That's fun. And then back to the menu. Yeah, nice. Nice. But so yeah. Yeah, I really like this game. This game was really fun. You know, just some issues with pacing, some very small things. But overall, really glad I played it. Really glad that that I listened to Jalen, who suggested it. But yeah, we did it. Woo! I'm really excited. Gosh. Cool, good. I didn't break the recording. Great. But yeah. Oh no. Well, I forgot to make a recording of the second part of the stream today, so I'll have to figure that out. Whoops. I'll have to figure that one out. That's not bad. That's not hard. Yeah, Dino Community Day officially announced for June. Yeah. Dino Community Day. Does it have a date? Does it have a date? The 25th. I don't think that's D&D Day. Yeah, there's nothing scheduled for that. But yeah, June Community Day. Learns a dark move, and then a ton of bonuses like they've been doing. So that's good. This is weird. So trainers can look forward to even more fun during June Community Day. After the event ends, trainers will be able to challenge 4-star raid battles. Claiming victory in one of these raids will cause more Dino to appear around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. These raids can only be accessed with raid passes and premium raid passes. Remote raid passes cannot be used. That makes sense because you're spawning thing in an area. So Dino will appear in a 300-meter radius around the gym that hosted the raid for 30 minutes. If you're lucky, you might encounter a shining raid. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting thing. Yeah, the raid component is very interesting. At that. But okay, all right. We're gonna go because it's way after time. It's way after time. I love finishing a game, but I really wish it didn't always take too long. We're gonna go raid Intelligame. Y'all know Josh. Y'all love Josh. Josh is gonna be watching Summer Games Fest and I think also Day of the Devs. So if you want to hang out and see all that stuff, you can hang out with Josh. I will probably watch it tomorrow morning. So I'll watch it tomorrow morning at the start of stream, just so we can see it and share it together, because that's always fun. I love watching Summer Games Fest. I love watching Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is awesome. And that'll be good. That'll be a good thing to do tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for being here, Helix. Thank you, everybody, as always, for hanging out, spending time with me. This game was really good. The next game that we're gonna do is has already been decided. We're gonna play Sonic 4 as chosen by all of you gross jerks for the game poll. And then after that we'll see. I might make another game poll and see what pops up and then go from there. But Sonic 4 is gonna be the next one. So yeah, so we're gonna raid Josh. I'm gonna go have some lunch. I love y'all. Appreciate you. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.